We are on the beautiful island of Kauai in Hawaii, and we're going to do a video of the Wyndham at Kai, and that's our view of the mountains and some of the vegetation of the resort. We're going to swing around here and join my wife who will take us on a tour, and we're on a second floor unit, so we'll go up the stairs and into our unit. There's a number of units here. We have a two-bedroom unit here, and the lighting gets a little weird because we're coming inside. So let's switch over to my wife who will narrate from here.
Hi, come on in. We'll start out, I think, with the main part of the condo. As you can see, this place is huge. Very, very spacious. I think it is something like 2,400 square feet. And our first stop here is the kitchen, which is very functional. There's a nice pantry area here too for foods and all your standard equipment, bar stools. And this is the little dining area, which we really haven't used because we've spent most of our time outside. And in fact, we haven't used this huge living room either too much, but it is gorgeous, and the ceilings are quite high, as you can see. And here we have your standard Hawaii kind of pink and green furniture. This unit, by the way, has not been refurbished, and several of the units here have. We don't exactly know why we ended up in this one, especially a two-bedroom. They actually upgraded us, which was very, very nice, but they did tell us that it was one of the older units, and that's apparent in various places throughout the condo. This is a nice wet bar area here, which we also have not used, but there is a sink here. And this counter comes in handy for putting things on, like computers and packages or souvenir kinds of things that you might buy. So it's kind of a nice little catch-all area. Moving along here, if we go straight into this area, this is the guest room area, or second bedroom. You can see in here, it's a very nice room with a queen bed, nicely decorated. Again, it has not been refurbed, so some of the furniture may appear a little bit dated. This is the second bathroom, complete with tub and shower. And behind me here is a very large closet area. And also behind the door are one of these wonderful racks, which I think I need to see about getting one of these for home, because it's just great for hanging wet bathing suits and towels on. Moving along, we'll go into the master bedroom area. And again, this room is very large, and you do have a step here you kind of need to watch. The steps are lighted with little bitty lights. And so far I haven't twisted an ankle, so that's a good thing. This is the master bedroom, and we have the latticed windows here, and of course the very large sliding glass door here, which we will in a minute go out onto the lanai. But first I'll show you the master bathroom, which is in here. Again, a very large bathroom. There is a hot tub here, which is kind of on its last legs. That's what I mean by some of the things being really worn and needing repair. It wheezes kind of when you use it, and it doesn't really provide very much jet action, but it's okay. And the stool areas here with a very, very noisy fan, which again needs some help there. You have two very large closets here, complete with mirrors, which are just great, and they provide you with a cooler if you care to go picnicking, and also the wall safe. and plenty of linens and towels for your stay. And out here on this little bitty lanai, if you come out here, there is sort of a worn-looking closet door here, but inside is your washer and dryer. And this is all kind of fenced off so people can't really see in here. So you can also take a shower in the bathroom here and not have to worry about somebody peeking in at you. At least I hope you don't, because I've been doing it. Another of the towel racks that we mentioned before, great for hanging wet stuff on there. And coming back into the bedroom, we're going to head out here to the lanai, which we have decided is probably big enough to have a party with 100 people on the lanai. It is so huge, it wraps around the entire condo. Run outside here. And this is one end of it. And as you can see, the other condos are all quite close, but you really don't get too much of a sense of people being right on top of you. It's pretty easy to see into other units if they leave their drapes open, but you know, most of the time you're not here anyway, so it's not usually a big deal. So this is part of the lanai, and we have two chaise lounges here. And as I said, it totally wraps around the condo, and there is the living room area. And continuing on, you can see some of the beautiful vegetation here. The pond down there looks kind of grody and sandy. I kind of wish they'd clean that up. Probably it needs repainting. Again, one of those things that probably needs to be done to the resort to kind of spiff it up a little bit. Moving on here to the rest of the lanai. This is where we spend a lot of our time, especially in the evening. These two chairs with a little table. We do our email there a lot, that kind of thing. And then up here, we have a regular kitchen table type thing. And this is where we eat our meals if we're here. So we usually eat breakfast here, sometimes lunch, and occasionally dinner. And if you look out this way, you'll see a beautiful mountain view, which is just a little bit hazy right now. But it's just a great view, and we've really enjoyed that. So we'll come back inside just a minute. And this is pretty much where we'll end our trip. I would like to just say one thing. As I mentioned, the resort is a little bit worn down here and there. At least in our unit it was. None of it, though, affected our comfort. And I really feel that when they get it, you know, fixed up a little bit and renovate some of these other units, I think it will again be a Gold Crown resort. So we've really enjoyed our stay here, and I highly recommend Ka'i o Kai.